to introduce one of the class of 1996 most accomplished speakers, Michael Moskowitz, who will deliver the first commencement remarks.
There she was. 3 rows back in my English class sat one wow of a woman. She pushed my buttons. She rang my bells. She punched my clock. Well, I knew I had to ask her out. So one day I gathered up the courage and proceeded to tell her the most elaborate, eloquent, effective pickup line ever. I walked over to her and said, "Baby, if I could change the alphabet, I'd put you and I together." And I'll never forget her response. She stared at me with a look that could burn steel, and with half a smile she replied, "Well, you seem like a really nice guy, but I was looking for someone tall, dark, and handsome." Well, 2 out of 3 isn't bad. And so I stand before you, a complete and total failure. But am I really? Abraham Lincoln lost 5 elections before he won the presidency. Lee Iacocca was fired by Ford Motor, but then he went to work and saved Chrysler. Babe Ruth holds 2 short season records, most home runs and most strikeouts. It seems that these successful people have encountered the F word, failure. What were you thinking? Today we celebrate the culmination of 13 years of primary and secondary education. And as we all know, they have not been a perfect 13 years. Just as there have been many successes, there also have been many failures. But now the students on this stage commence on a different path. In approximately 3 months, we all will begin life, a new life, a life away from home, and we are free to make our own decisions at our own discretion. That scares some of you, doesn't it? Well, it should. What do we students have to look forward to? More successes and more failures. More failures? We just went through 13 years of this. Haven't we learned everything we need to know? No. The fact is, failure is something we all encounter during the course of our lives. But the problem is, many of us are afraid of failure. And as a consequence, we are afraid of taking that risk, of taking a chance. And the end result is that nothing is ever gained because nothing is ever ventured. Unfortunately, what many of us don't seem to realize is that in every path of success, there always are the obstacles of failure. And those that overcome these obstacles are the ones that truly succeed. Ultimately, if we want success, we must not be afraid to fail. So, how can we end our fear of failure? Well, there's only one solution. We have to take the advice of the great American philosopher, Michael Jordan, who tells us in his Nike commercials to just do it. We have to try, give it a shot, take a chance. Thomas Edison failed hundreds of times before he found the proper filament. The Wright brothers didn't let fear of failure stop them from inventing the airplane. They told the fearless Colonel Sanders, "A chicken restaurant? Have you gone mad?" These people didn't let failure end their dreams of success. It's all summed up by Franklin Roosevelt when he once stated, "The greatest mistake a person can make is to be afraid of making one." We all think we know what we want in this world, but we cannot allow failure to impede the achievement of our goals and desires. Now I join Pinecrest seniors when I look forward to leaving home, and not to mention leaving home. And this will definitely be a dramatic change for me. But in approximately 3 months, I will finally be on my own. And I have plans. Big plans. But there is no way that failure is going to hinder my quest for success. Throughout my 13 years at Pinecrest, I've learned the importance of A's, B's, and C's. But perhaps we also need to concentrate on an F. Let me rephrase that. We also need to concentrate on making an effort. For as James Cohunt once stated, behold the turtle. He only makes progress when he sticks his neck out. And when we simply stick out our necks and make an effort, not only do we automatically pass, but we also give ourselves that first step to success. President Kennedy stated that from now on, every generation will have the capacity to make theirs the best in the history of the world. And every single person on this stage has the ability to improve our society. But in the next 4 years, and throughout our entire lives, we all will encounter failure. But if we want to succeed, we must be fearless, and we must face our challenges, make the effort, rise above, win. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.